Hi, my name is Moza and I am a competitive swimmer representing Singapore.
She's 14 years old this year. She is born without a right hand.
Being excluded is really not a good feeling at all. I experience it all the time as a disabled kid.
From now on, it's all you. You can't be relying on mommy to sort out your problems.
You can't really dwell on it. If you have to do it scared, you have to do it scared.
I'm not here to scare you. It's huge. There'll be a lot of quarrelings, misunderstandings, because I'm going to force you, which you won't like it.
It sounds impossible, but I feel like I'm there. I can feel it, you get what I mean?
It's my pleasure today to introduce to you Moza, our guest speaker. She's actually an exceptionally inspiring young lady. Let me give her a round of applause.
I had to learn how to do many things with one hand, such as carrying my backpack, holding a ruler. I was super frustrated. No matter how many times I failed, I still kept getting back up again over and over, because consistency really is key to everything, and I've learned that through swimming. I really hope
This morning, I was invited to go and give a talk to Rivervale Primary School. I hope I captured the key moments of what I share, especially about inclusivity, because being excluded is really not a good feeling at all, and I experience it all the time as a disabled kid.
For example, you see a friend, she's in the canteen and she's all alone, and you really want to go up and talk to them, but you don't know how to. It's okay, you can take the time. You know why? Because it's an act of kindness, and kindness doesn't cost you anything. An important thing that everyone should have is a support system, like a best friend. And this is my support system. Next one.
Mommy, you know how you used to tease me when I was a child about not having hands?
I feel that you are so capable that, I genuinely forget that you have one hand. I don't feel that I need to filter or, because the world out there is even worse, I feel. Sometimes your brother even tease you and I don't stop him because I will tell you, okay, you go ahead and settle it with your brother because I want you to be tougher.
That's a good point of perspective. That's good.
Yeah. She is born without a right hand and a forearm. At first when we knew about her condition, I was heavily pregnant. So the person who did the scanner, she said that it's not something that you didn't do during the pregnancy or something that you did during the pregnancy. It's not genetic as well, but it's just God's gift to you. It's called amniotic band syndrome. Any human, you will just ask this question, do you think we should terminate her? I think I've made the right choice 14 years ago to keep the pregnancy.
Happy birthday, Daddy. I love you. Later, you don't have profit.
Personally, I feel that she's more like Daddy instead of me because I think I'm more emotional, yes. I wouldn't say that she's not sensitive, she is, but sometimes she doesn't like to express herself or shows that she is in a vulnerable position. Okay, I cannot show that I'm sad. I cannot show that I failed today. I cannot show my weakness. Since young, when I scolded her, she just doesn't cry in front of us.
I just never felt the need to cry for some reason. I think it's because if I stumble upon a problem, it's okay, we do it, we solve it. I don't dwell on it too much, and I feel like swimming has helped me with that. For example, in a race, if you dived wrongly, you can't undo that dive. You gotta just keep on rolling with it.
How many medals, trophies have you won?
Give me time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11. Oh, 11.
This medal is from the Inter-School Para Swimming Championships of 2024. This is my first ever competition. I took part in 50 meters freestyle, 50 meters backstroke, and 50 meters breaststroke, and I got first for all of them. And it made me a record holder. And this one is the National Youth Championships. I participated in the same events, and I also got first for all of them. This one is from National School Games. I had to go against boys and girls, and I got first, miraculously.
Morning.
Yeah,
Moza.
Moza.
Sam Margaret.
National School Games is an inter-school competition where all the para swimmers compete in a mixed category.
Oh, it's so cool.
It means boys and girls competing in the same race. So since last year I got first place, right? This year I was quite aiming for top 3.
Classification is a process that is commonly applied in disability sport or para sport in determining the degree to which a person's disability has an effect on him or her during the sport.
Wait.
In swimming, there are 14 classes. S1 to S10 for persons with physical impairment, S11 to 13 for persons with visual impairment, and S14 for intellectual impairment. For S1 to S10, the lower the number, it means that the person's disability has a greater impact on him or her during the sport. So for our top athlete, like Pim Siu, she is in S2 because she has deficiency in use of all 4 limbs, whereas for Moza, she is classed in S9 because she has deficiency in 1 limb.
CR is a core room, right?
No, bro.
Moza will compete against athletes with other disabilities in the same event. But their times are actually not compared to each other because it would be unfair. Their times are actually compared to the world records in their own class. And the closer they are to their own world record, the more points they get. So the final results will be based on the points that are allocated to each of them. So even if you are a swimmer who reaches the block first, it doesn't mean that you may be winning the race.
Usually, I'm very numb, like, minutes before the competition. Like, nothing is going through my brain at all. It's like all blank. I guess it's both, like, zen and not worrying at the same time.
In lane 2, representing St. Margaret's Secondary, Moza Baihakki.
The feeling I would feel before jumping into a pool, I guess it's a bit panic. I'm kind of a kanchong spider, to be honest. It's just me, like, waiting for the mark, like, ready, set, go. Then after there's a beep. What goes through my brain is basically darkness. I cannot recall it. I don't know why. Like, every time I try to recall whatever is going in my mind in the water, it just doesn't happen. It's just you and your own lane and just thinking, okay, can I beat my own timing, and more importantly, can I win? I got 5th in the NSG games and I felt quite disappointed, and I feel like I need to really drop time and improve on my technique. Because if I rewatch that competition, which I can never rewatch, I feel like my technique was all over the place.
I can't wait.
I give up.
Why are you disappointed? It's okay.
No, like, I could have gone 3rd.
It's okay. To be honest, Moza can play sports really well. Football is something that she really likes, but I stop her. I say that it's more prone to injury. Maybe you do something else which is less prone to injury. She started swimming since she was very, very young.
You try to do 6 kick, 1 solid pull, all right, and recover.
My mom was traumatized from this tsunami movie and like a bunch of babies died and she was like, okay, I'm gonna put all of you into swimming class.
Don't catch well, you will move your shoulder. You need to stay put there.
The coach to actually time her. She kept on telling me, hey, her timing is very good. Her timing is very good. Do you think I want to put her in competition? Last year, the first competition, it was during our Ramadan or during our fasting month. We were not prepared for her to win anything. And then she did it.
I want you to lock your chin down and put hand beside of your thigh.
So she actually broke the national record.
It was fasting month. I was so thirsty. I didn't wake up for pre-dawn meal and I was already so irritated. I was like, okay. And then ended up winning 3 medals. Don't know how that happened, but yeah, it happened.
Right, the moment you land your hand, your left hand, you roll to the side and breathe, that's the moment you start to catch. When you catch, you need to roll it back. Okay?
Quite surprising to some people that I managed to get results like this with only 1 to 2 times a week of training. And it really happens if like you put in enough hard work, and like also the coach plays a really big role. Like he really like helped to develop like my techniques.
When the day 1, Moza joined us, the energy that she put into the swimming pool, we realized that she had the potential to become a competitive swimmer. She's doing very well. Today, she actually managed to break quite a few personal best records. From 50 over second, 50 meter freestyle, today she can do easily 42 or even 43 seconds. So the next milestone, she's looking at 40 and 38 seconds. So we are trying now to keep up the momentum, not let her slow it down. Make sure you don't tuck in your chin. It's time for her to move to the next level. I see in a short month down the road, she will be at least able to do well in the national level first, then move on to the international games. Yeah. Good.
So this is actually with regards to your progress. So we understand that she's actually taking parts in competition and stuff. So we have actually discussed to see whether if you guys are interested exploring like competitive. But the thing is, for competitive swimming, there's actually commitments that needs to be done. Yeah, because let's say if you are keen to move up to the competitive.
What's going to be the training like? Weekdays or?
It's weekdays and weekends.
Understand.
So it's like 1 week 6 times.
1 week 6 times.
Official schedule is 1 week 6 times. But
Okay.
minimally, we'll prefer like 45.
You need to arch your body down and try to straighten your hand. This hand is your navigator. Last one.
This is the conversation that I've been waiting to hear. She's enjoying her training, but now it's time to break the news to her that this is where the serious journey begins. It's either you are ready or you're not.
You need to control her diet.
Okay.
Least sugar, least butter.
Okay.
Try to as lean as possible.
Alright.
No fats. And our dream is hoping that she can be one day soon ready for SEA Games.
Yeah, of course. The next timing that we are trying to work on towards is at least
40 seconds.
Can I introduce simple gym work for her,
Be
like
careful
body weight?
because her age, right? Body weight exercise is better.
It's about time to discuss with her in depth the breakdown of what's needed, and this is where the challenge will come to schedule her schooling and also her commitment for swimming and training and all that.
Go.
You okay? But later inside the gym, I will share with you something
Oh, really?
about what your coach told me yesterday. Right? Yesterday, the coach spoke to Daddy about how they're going to push you into the competitive team now. So I was super excited. Can't wait to tell you, to share with you.
No, I knew before you did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. You ready? Sure? Do you know what you're going to be ready about?
No.
Okay. So for your chest, okay, you can feel some resistance here and some resistance here. Previously, I was a professional football player. I'm born into a low-income family. My dad passed away when I was 3 years old, and together with my 2 other siblings, we stayed with a family of 14 of us all together in a 3-bedroom HDB. Our neighbors come from different backgrounds with disability, and you think that they are just normal like any other human being, you know? We play football together under the void deck. Then you need to lock your shoulder. When Moza was part of our life, it allows me to kind of like, this is all right though. They're not wrong to be born into this world. It's not their fault. You know, growing up, I'm afraid, what if her arm couldn't grow, or will it grow? There's a possibility of doing arm lengthening, they call it. Yeah, they can extend the arm. Look into various options of robotic arms. Very nice, right? Her shoulder blades and all that. What makes me confused is Moza doesn't want it at all. But Moza just calmly said, Daddy, I don't need it. I'm just enough like this. Should I open up? Yeah. So this is your lower back and your groin, your adductors. Okay? So try to stretch as much as you can. The question here is, are you ready to commit 5 times a week? You can start off with the first training early morning at 5 a.m. Finish at 7, then go straight to school. Second option, you have 4:30 to 6. Third option, you have 6:30 to 8. How are we going to maneuver this? Move forward. Open up. Sit down. Yes. There you go. Are you ready for the new training regime? Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Serious?
Yes. When I found out I got into competitive swimming, I was quite anxious about it because it was really smack period of my studies. And I was like, okay, what on earth do I do now?
It's going to be tough. You might not today, but tomorrow you will say you want to give up. So now you're here. Your next target will be definitely in the regional level. These are your 40 seconds, 35 seconds. You are now on
44.
44. So we need to work towards this. So you're gonna more or less sacrifice everything and try to, work towards it. Okay, open up a bit bigger steps. I'm not here to scare you. It's huge. It's a lot to take in. There'll be a lot of quarrelings, misunderstandings. Because I'm gonna force you, which you won't like it.
Let's do it.
Do not worry, okay? Let's do this,
I was quite quiet when my dad was telling me a lot because I was kind of digesting and registering everything. I was definitely not ready for that kind of commitment. But life goes on and you really just have to keep the ball rolling. You can't really dwell on it. If you have to do it scared, you have to do it scared.
They will shift Moza to the competitive team, so she will be like you now. I wonder how she can cope with all this training. You can see her Fridays only when she got CCA.
She's so tired.
She's so tired already. Now let's see if she can do the same thing every day.
I'm the eldest brother in the family, also playing football competitively for my country. I'm now playing at the national level. I represented my country for ICT Cup. It's a football competition in Singapore that I play against international opponents. Balancing between studies and football, and of course being the eldest brother, it's not easy. I don't see them as often and don't have meaningful conversations every day.
How many can you do?
Why?
You're swinging. That's not fair. 6, 7.
Go there. Yes. Okay, now.
Mika is my older brother, and I can say that we have gotten quite close over the years.
What's your plan to get through all of this and go pro?
I don't have a plan. I just feel like going through it with no plan is better because when everything doesn't go your way, it's more disappointing.
What I feel as a sportsman or student athlete is that, number one, you must have a plan. You must have a routine. You must take care of yourself lah. That's number two. And then you must take care of your studies also. So you don't have a plan at all.
I mean, it's to just go through with it, and then I watch my diet and go to the gym more often.
That falls under where?
Planning.
Planning and taking care of yourself, right? So you can't be sitting down, playing your phone. So you feel you can cope with that?
Yeah. I've seen you cope with it, and I feel like I can do the same.
You can't be relying on mommy or daddy or even me to sort out your problems. From now on, it's all you. It's all your hard work, all your dedication, and all your perseverance from here.
Not only do we both compete in sports, but we also share celebrity parents.
There was a time where whenever I go with my parents, a lot of people would take pictures with them. Then, of course, I found out that they are famous in Malaysia as well, not just in Singapore. Because we also go to Johor and people recognize my dad.
I started acting since I was very young. And then I married a popular footballer. And then they were saying, okay, we have Singapore Beckham and Chora Beckham at that time.
When I made my debut last year, there were rumors going around that I only won because my dad did something apparently.
I mean, the pressure is definitely there. People talk about you, people use your father as a benchmark. I had my days are over. The good things that I've gotten from those days, and I can hand it over to you and apply to your journey now.
I don't know whether they feel that they are Nepo baby, but you must cover up your own name. You must work as hard as what we did.
I made a bag charm for my mom. It's like a bow, and she uses it on her bag, and it's quite cute. I'm creating a row right now for my bag. It took me 1 week to learn how to fully crochet, but I don't really know how to read the patterns. I need to still follow tutorials. My best friend in secondary school, she introduced me to crochet, and I was like, okay, wait, that looks so hard but so simple at the exact same time. So I put up a bunch of YouTube videos, and then my neighbor at the time, she gave me so many yarn and hooks for free, so I could just experiment because she didn't want it anymore. I was like, okay, then just give it to me if you want. I have interest in many other things such as piano and crocheting instead of just swimming.
Because she is special and she does things that people with her sort of disability or whatever cannot do, and she's extraordinary in that sense.
Yes, you can sometimes you receive the spotlight and whatever, but overall I think no, I don't really like being different.
Do you sometimes wish that you are born with 2 hands?
Yeah, duh. Every day.
Why?
Because I'll be more efficient. I could get my work done. I could crochet. I could play the piano better. I could swim better. I could basically do a bunch of things better.
Yeah, but you do it differently.
Yeah, but if
not
it's,
better, but
if it's different, I would rather be efficient. Yeah.
Hello, mommy crying already.
Why are you crying?
It hit me quite hard because it's the first time I heard it. I always thought that she's gonna be okay.
Alamak, my mascara gonna be...
No, she's just like any other able person. I didn't know that she felt that way.
She has difficulties that none of us have, and none of us will understand. But I feel like you are going through it well. You're a very bright light in this world, and a very good example to the disabled people. And I feel like you will go a long way. She has hardships every single day, simple things like tying her own shoelace can't do, and she needs my help. So I definitely learned that hardship will always be in your life. How you respond to it is important, of course.
Yeah, so Mika did influence me to go into sport. I think it's because I saw him playing football one time and it got me quite motivated to do sport. And now my younger brother is also getting into football. My younger brother Moaz is training for the Singapore Youth League and he trains weekly.
I mean, I feel quite privileged and humbled that my children pick up sports. And sorry to my wife.
Me, Moaz, and Moza, and Daddy are all athletes. Do you feel left out?
Yes, Myla is actually my only hope. So are you going to play football, or are you going to swim, or are you going to sing? You're on stage. Come on, Myla. Can you please choose? Can you please be on my side? I used to be a singer, an actress, but now I'm running my own business. I named my spa after Moza. When I gave birth to her, right, at the hospital, so when I tried to breastfeed her, she actually, I don't know why, she actually used her right hand to actually push me away. And I got shocked. You know, oh my God, you are so strong, you know. We are just going to be fine, you know. I remember the whole night I was just crying. And I told my husband, you know, let this be the last time that both of us going to cry because of her. And we promised each other we cannot cry in front of her. We're not going to, like, you know, hide her. We're not going to tell her what to do, what you can do, what you cannot do. We are just going to let her be and treat her like any other child because this is her journey. We have come this far for her to be what she is today. We are her best cheerleaders.
My relationship with my mom is quite close. It's partly because I grew up with brothers, right? I think that's how me and my mom established a really close and good relationship to the fact that I can talk to her about anything.
So when you know that Mika has all the girls going gaga and, like, you know, DM him, and he was like on social media, on TikTok, he's like, you know, the amount of views and all that. Do you have anybody DM you on Instagram?
No. You have access to my account, you can check.
No, but I don't have your password now.
Oh, you're gonna find out anyway.
So, do you feel a need to have a boyfriend?
No. That's disgusting. I don't have time. Leave me alone.
But still, if let's say someone likes you along the way, someone DM you, hi Moza.
Don't talk. Stop. Move on.
Come on, no, serious.
Yeah, I'm serious. Move on.
I have boyfriend when I was 14.
I don't care. Move on. I have set the expectation that I shouldn't be dating at a young age because I really want to focus on swimming and my studies, and I feel like dating would take that away quite easily.
Usually after swimming, which part of your body ache the most?
Everything.
Do you really like swimming? It's gonna get tougher from here. You sure that you want to do this, or?
Even if I feel like half-hearted or I don't want to do it, I'm still gonna have to do it anyway at some point. So I just do it.
Why is it that you say you have to do it at some point? Who actually force you? Like, we don't force you. You don't owe anybody, or you need to play, or you know, you need to compete.
Then what was the point of waking up at 7 a.m. and going to training if I'm gonna stop now?
Okay.
I felt like at one point in time there was like that stress that, oh, I can't really get out of this now because I'm so far into it. But I have viewed it in like another way that, like, if I'm quite far into it, then might as well enjoy the process, right? If not swimming to pursue, then I really don't have anything else to support me in any way. Pesta Sukan is an open public event that anyone can compete in. I have never won in this competition before.
So your jump, you try to glide as much as you can, you take a bit of distance. The moment you step up, then you just need to push it. Get messy, it's alright. Just push it, alright?
My dad being here is kind of both and less stress at the same time because he's here. I know that I can get an athlete's perspective when it comes to like losing and winning and improving. But sometimes it's more stress because he's an athlete also. Then like he's expecting more. I'm taking part in freestyle, breaststroke and backstroke, all 50 meters for today's competition. The event that I'm most confident about would be freestyle, as I have been practicing more often freestyle. There's so many national athletes here, there's no chance I'm getting a medal.
The past few months, she really showed a lot of improvement. So I hope she can break her personal best today.
Keep going, come on Moza, come on! Naturally, I want her to win. Sometimes I forget to just sit down and relax and just enjoy it. Despite whatever result, despite whatever timing that she clocked in, this is one moment, a precious, probably 50, 40 seconds of my life. I say, wow, I feel so good. I really feel at peace when I see her swimming. Finish it, come on! All right. Done.
I have never won in Pesta Sukan, and this is like the first time I'm getting to hold and feel the Pesta Sukan medal.
Alyka Baihakki of Aquatic Performance Student Club.
Wow, come in the middle.
I managed to beat like all of my personal best for every stroke, and I'm really proud of that.
I don't celebrate the wins, not because I don't want to celebrate, because I say, Moza, look, if we want to compete, if you want to be the best, you must compete with the best, meaning in the world.
So recently we just got news that Moza is nominated to represent Singapore in the Asian Youth Para Games in Dubai in December. It is the biggest event for her swimming so far. I think they still need to finalize certain things. So probably we will tell her if everything is confirmed, and it's going to be a surprise.
Get active, Singapore! How about you?
2 months ago, my training schedule became more intensive and more heavier. It started during peak exam season, which is end of years, and I fell ill and I went into the hospital. So that really set back. Everything was just crumbling at one point in time. When I found out I was chosen to represent Singapore at the Asian Youth Para Games, it definitely gave me a lot more motivation to be more disciplined in terms of training. Yip Siu is the most decorated Paralympian of Singapore, and she is also someone that I really look up to for swimming. I managed to get her number, and she very kindly agreed to get on call with me. Hi! It means a lot to be able to speak to you because, as you know, that I always look up to you, and you're basically my biggest inspiration. So thank you so much for taking the time. So I really need some of your advice because it's my first international games.
Are you excited?
Oh yes, definitely. But I'm also quite scared at the same time.
Honestly, my only advice to you is to just go there and enjoy yourself. Have so much fun there. If this is something you know that you will love forever. Because once you love it, you want to go for the next games and so on and so forth.
Thank you so much. Do you have a pre-competition ritual that maybe I should follow?
This is what my psychologist taught me last time. I remember this phrase called spaghetti arms. Because when my arms are loose, loosey-goosey, then I get into the rhythm a bit better as well. I also remember to keep my first 10 meters very calm, don't rush my stroke rates, and then to do a very good finish.
No, we're just having some fun with it. The Asian Youth Para Game is designed especially for young youths, any age from about 13 onwards to about 23, depending on sports. And this would be an opportunity for all the youths around Asia to generally have their first international competition.
The Asian Youth Para Games open, not simply as a sporting event, but as a celebration of courage.
We are taking part in 5 different sports. So if I start with athletics, so we have boccia, badminton, table tennis, and then we also have swimming.
Being in Dubai is actually quite fun because the food and the weather is amazing. My schedule is wake up around 6 or 6:30 depending on coach. Then go down for breakfast, and after that we have a bit of rest time. Then report down for training. This is my first time overseas without my family, and it doesn't feel like I'm without my family because I know that they're here in Dubai and I know that they're gonna watch me tomorrow. But it can be kind of sad because usually I talk to my mom late at night, and then now there's like really no one to talk to, so I always video call her.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Are you nervous?
No, not very nervous, not yet.
You live without mommy and Nina. Your laundry all is settled already?
Although we are in Dubai, none of us can actually go to the hotel and go and meet Moza and all that because this is like international level. Probably this is like her first time of what it feels like really to be independent. She is enjoying herself. I know that because she's making a lot of friends.
Okay, thank you. It feels nice to be able to be surrounded with like people with disabilities because like I kind of see myself in them and they see myself in me, and like we kind of relate to each other on like a whole nother level.
When my parents knew about Moza going to be in Dubai and they have not been to Dubai for so long, so they were like, okay, I want to tag along.
Everyone knows who's back!
Welcome to Dubai. So how's Spain? Good? Okay. I was in Spain. I was doing a football camp there for 1 month. I actually came here to surprise Moza. I heard that her game is coming up soon. It'd be great for her to know that I'm watching from the stands. And the whole family is here.
Because all the while Moza has been, video calling him while he was in Spain.
Yeah.
I think Moza gonna be surprised for sure, 100%.
The venue can be quite intimidating at first because it was like really big, and then you see like everyone in the seats.
The energy, the vibe is pretty awesome. I think this is what athletes need. I think every one of us here, plus the local Singaporeans residing in Abu Dhabi as well, or Dubai, getting together, cheer for our Singaporean boys and girls.
I was really focused on the competition itself. That's why like when my family was calling out, I couldn't really pan out to them because I was like locked in. I saw my brother and I was quite surprised because like I heard his voice, but I was like, there's no way that's Mika. It was really nice.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a race at 6:30, but we missed it because we were from Dubai Hills on the way back here. We thought that we can come here at
Scheduled
6.
for 6:30.
But it's not early.
I saw that she was last, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether she's crying or not.
She'll be fine.
Hi, Moza. Sorry. It's okay. We missed that because they brought it earlier.
I know. Yeah, I know. Why are you?
It's okay.
Tomorrow is smash that.
Yeah, tomorrow 50 meters. So what went on?
Nothing went wrong. I need to go.
How do you think she was feeling?
I think disappointed and upset. Yeah. So let's wait for tomorrow.
There you go. Come on in. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Nice seeing you again after so long.
Wow, it's a beautiful home.
Thank you.
Pesta and I were like in a different sport, but same era. We always knew of each other. Our boys go to the same school, and so I used to see him more often.
Yeah, look at the front.
This is really actually quite cool.
Yeah. It's nice, right?
I wasn't expecting. I really expected a sweater because it's Dubai. It's like chilly weather, right? But it's not like winter chilly.
Yeah.
But
The reason why I invited Joscelin today, I just want to take the opportunity to allow Moza to have someone to go to, and I think Joscelin is a perfect figure, for Moza to take her as a mentor.
Joscelin Yeo is like the Fandi Ahmad of swimming, and I really cannot say it in any other way because Fandi Ahmad has really dominated football, and I can say that Joscelin Yeo has dominated in pretty much the same way.
When this whole thing happened, it was so hard because I cannot do normal things, like I cannot dye my hair, so I look like a bit like a mad woman, So actually the first person I thought of is actually Moza. Yeah, I thought, I need Moza to teach me how to tie hair in one hand. I was in a very unfortunate incident where my shoulder got dislocated and I tore some tendons and I had to get it repaired.
Were you scared for your first international game?
I think when there's no pressure, I don't feel nervous, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but the country that you represent, you want to be able to do that well, right? So I think those were the pressures, like where that came from, but things can go wrong also.
Yeah.
You look at Joseph Schooling, for example, Olympic Games, when he jumped in for his 200 fly, the goggles is here at your mouth, So when he touched the wall, he had to take time to throw off the goggles, everything, and then swim the rest of the race with no goggles.
Without goggles?
Yeah. Whether I win, I lose, doesn't matter the result. The race is my way to keep practicing what actually I want to do for myself, or what I want to do in my own race to make it better.
Difficult for us to accept.
It was really quite intimidating to go and talk to her. She knows what she's talking about, and she has her medals to prove that. I did manage to get like a free Q&A from her, but her advice was impeccable because she really phrased it in a way that I could understand, but also in a way that was really wise. Joscelin Yeo said try to zone out everyone and kind of focus on the lane, and that's what I did. I was planning in my head like the amount of strokes and the kicks and everything.
Moza!
My personal best for the 50 meters freestyle is 44 seconds, and I'm aiming to get below 40 seconds for Dubai. It sounds impossible, but I feel like I'm there. Like I can feel it, you get what I mean?
Second on the dot, Moza, Well done. One goal lah.
Going to Dubai opens up a whole new world for her and for us as well. It's kind of emotional in a way because I think we have come a long way.
Bro, you are not supposed to be here.
I'm very proud of her. I don't think any of us can take credit for that because she wants it.
felt like such a proud moment to be able to represent Singapore. I really want to do it again sometime soon because you can't really describe the feeling of walking on the stage. It's really nice and it's really comforting. I think my passion for swimming has grown much stronger because I've also gotten hungrier and seeking out more international games and more opportunities. I haven't really thought about my plans for swimming yet, but I just discovered that Asian Para Games is at Japan. It's open category and it's adults with experience and everything. And I feel like it would be quite eye-opening to compete against them as a soon-to-be 15-year-old.